Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, JT Open Stuff. Today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at these Miniverse Make It Mini animals. Now, this looks really crazy, this axolotl on the front. Not sure exactly what we're going to find in here, but that's why we open toys. So I'm going to get right into this. And while I am, guys, do me a favor, if you haven't already, go to wherever you have to go to subscribe to the channel and hit that subscribe button. It's the best way for you to support the channel, and I really, really would greatly appreciate it. While you're there, if you hit that notification bell, you never will miss one of my great toy opening videos. All right, so we are almost there. Look at that, that came off really nicely. Move that right off the side there, and then check that out. That is really kind of funny. Almost like a wood texture to it. Whoa, all right, a lot of stuff right there on the top. So it says right there, there are 12 to make and collect. Now, I don't want to give it away by doing this, but... Oh, so it just gives the instruction for all of them, every single one that you could get. So you could indeed get that axolotl. You could get a desert chameleon, a leopard gecko, a macaw, lovebirds, a cockatiel, a guinea pig. Now that one's very cute. Guinea pig number 2. Hedgehog family, dwarf bunny, hamster number 1, and then hamster number 2. Now, I think honestly my favorite one is this guinea pig number 1, but I do think that just on the front, the way it looks, this axolotl is kind of crazy looking. So either one of those would be awesome, but they all look like they would be a ton of fun. So let's get on in it and see who we did indeed get. Now, let's see, the mini post, look at that. There's like a little newsletter or such in there. I'll pause that if you guys want to, or I'll leave it here. So if you want to pause it and read it. Okay, there we go. All right, it was kind of an interesting little thing there. Now, oh, look at this. It looks like we got the lovebirds. That's really cute. All right. That is cool. Looks like you get little nutty tweets. Very interesting. Bird tree, 1 set. Now, this is really interesting. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but we're going to figure it out. And then we got a little shovel and some tongs in here. Let's go ahead and pop those right out. Okay, so there's our little tongs, and whoa, it's not a shovel, it's like 2 little platforms there for the birds, I'm guessing. And then last but not least, this is very cute. Look at that. It's a little bird carrier. Our names are 2 lovebirds and 1 nest there. Beekaboo. That is adorable. Now, I did not see any sort of resin or anything like that in here, so that's a really interesting thing. A lot of these Miniverse things do have that kind of stuff, but to not have it is, I think, really fun. It makes it a little less clean up and such, but so the first thing that we're gonna wanna do, oh, that is super cute. I did not even realize that. They put that little paper in there so you could use it as a base for your little birds there. That is adorable. So I guess you could just kind of clip it to the size of that That is super cute. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take that off. Let's go ahead and get these pieces out. Some tree pieces and then a little feeder there. So let's just say, let's just use that as a guide. Let's try, I don't have the scissors right here next to me. So we're not gonna do a great job tearing this down to size, but that is super, super cute that you just kind of fit that down in there. And then let's see. Just kind of fit these together. Okay. Looks like this one could go maybe in here. Like so. It's really cool. And then you've got one more slot there. So this one is going to go, can we do that one like this even? Nope, I guess it only goes that way. I see it now. It is shaped right there. So that makes sense. Well, I thought I had it in there, guys. Tiny little pieces, big old fat fingers, I guess. There we go. And then I pull the other piece off. Oh, that stands to reason. That is good stuff right there. All right, let's see. So that piece is just like that. That is hilarious. Yeah, let's see. So you've got that little shape there. Now, the first time I had it in, it went together just like this really well. But I don't think that that's it. That it definitely doesn't look right. But that doesn't look right either. So I guess I must have bent the little nubby enough that it just doesn't look perfect. But oh man, I had it right up there. That's not helping you guys at all. But there we go. I think that that's good. We built that little part there. And then I guess it shows. Now this is interesting. So on here, it shows that there's a little, almost that it kind of goes over to the side like that, where mine, I guess it does have that little spot right there where it kind of goes over to the side. So that's good. I was just looking at it backwards there. And then this, if I can keep the pieces together there, is going to go right into the middle of the little tray here, which is going to be the base. Now, I have to try to feel like the little slot feels like it's right there, perhaps. So you should be able to punch right through that paper. So there we go. That's okay. Looks good. I can get that piece right back onto there. And then we'll put this piece. All right. Well, so that did not even punch through there. So this is what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna make a little tiny little slit right there, just to make that an easier thing to go through. Then get you guys out just a little further there, since I keep moving my hands too high there. All right. So there we have it. That's back together again. Now let's put this through this time. That way we can kind of see, and we'll put that into there. Well, dadgone it. One more time. There we go. Now that it's in there, that should help a lot. But there we go. We've kind of got that in there. We've got our little piece of paper to cover the bottom of the bird cage in there. So then the next thing you want to do is you're going to want to pour some of these little nutty treats. There is no little terror notch that I see here. So we're going to use the knife again. We're going to cut away from ourselves. Just like that. We've got a little open area there. And you kind of use this to catch any excess. But it shows you put a little bit of bird treat in there. Now I thought it would just kind of pour out, but it is, it's weird. This is almost like a little gel substance together with that. So you have to kind of squeeze it up out of here. Look at that. That is really interesting, the way it kind of sticks together like that. So I guess we'll take that and we'll just kind of place some in there. Like so. Yeah, you can see it kind of stretch right there. That definitely has some gel in it. Some slime of some sort. So there you go. We've got a little bit of food for our birds. Now it shows that this will go right down on the inside of, we want to put it on the opposite side of their nest because we definitely don't want them pooping in their food. So we'll put that like right there. Then let's see. So we've done that. We put our food. Now we can take the birds out, place the nest in the tree. So we are right there at it. Now I still don't know what exactly these pieces are for. Did I miss something there? It doesn't look like it, but we definitely, oh, look at this. How interesting. This looks like it goes right here. Usually these extra pieces do fit into these somehow. So how cute is this? Now I get it. It is going to be a little display for our animals. Look at that, guys. And then this is going to fit right in there. Look at that. How adorable. Okay, let's see. Now, I feel like I'm seeing some feathers and stuff flying out of this box already. But it's not feathers, it's the nest. But look at those little lovebirds in there. How adorable. So let's take them out using our little tongs here, little tweezers, if you will. And then let's take out, that's a big old piece of stuff to have a bird. That's larger than the entire thing. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out pieces of it. What do you say? Just a piece. See if we can mold it a little bit better with our fingers here. Well, it's definitely difficult to pull apart there, but I don't really know that you need a piece any bigger than what we just pulled off of there, because that tree is kind of maybe shape a little bit of a nest there. How's that? Maybe we could put that, I'll put that right down there because I want them to have their nesting spot. So they have a little nest right there, but then the little birds themselves look like they would attach onto these. Now this is very, very, very tiny detail here. So I am going to do my absolute best to get these birds on here. Oh, there's one. I did that one. That's great. Now let's see, can I get the other one on right beside it there? Because after all, they are lovebirds. They do want to be together there. And I got it. There you go. That is absolutely adorable, guys. I'll give you guys a little closer look. Now that nest is not the greatest in the world, but again, this was way too much nest material for the size of the little tree. But how adorable is that? To include that little newspaper to put in the bottom, to have the food, to have the little lovebirds, and then look at this, guys. How much of an awesome finishing touch is this right here? What a great way to display your little collection of these. Really, really cool. I would love to go back at some point and see if I could get one of those hamsters, but these lovebirds were really fun to open, build the little nest and little tree for them, and they're absolutely as cute as can be. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked this video, please do hit that like button, share it with a friend, and I will see you on the next great toy opening video.